So I know you guys probably can't see me very well because the lighting in here is kind of crap, but we have been working on some stuff. My room's kind of a mess, so it does have to be cleaned, but we'll do that later. If I can keep myself actually recording and making videos, we will have some probably pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to show you the first thing I've been doing. I should have just started recording from the start. I'll have to throw in some clips of like the before and then the process leading up to this. But so I got to do some more checking around, but I sanded down the walls except for those spots because those are going to be kind of a pain. So I'll worry about those in a little bit. I ran another skim coat over this and over this section right here, and then a couple spots like right there, that spot and that spot. So I gotta do some more checking, make sure there's no other spots. I'm sure obviously there's gonna be some sections that like I'm gonna have to go over this a couple more times, I'm sure. But I wanted to get the bathroom cleaned out a decent bit, like get the vanity out of here and get the toilet and stuff out of the bathtub, because I'd like to, if I can, start mortaring the shower. So I think we're gonna clean up, eat, take a break, and then we might move on to doing one of those things. Also, there might be an old bike restoration coming soon. There's a 1978 Kawasaki in my garage that needs to be restored. It's a 99cc. It was my grandmother's, and it's been in the family for a long time, like 50 years, give or take, 40, 50 years. So I think I'm going to try and restore that at some point when I get the time, but I got to finish this first because I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to work on my cars, restore the motorcycle, finish the bathroom, all that stuff. So yeah. But I'm going to probably eat, maybe watch some TV or play some games for a little bit while I do so, and let that dry some, and then after we're probably gonna work on either more mudding and drywall, or we're gonna work on the shower. Alright, so I've been working on mudding and taping the bathroom, the drywall. I think I'm getting pretty close to being done with the drywall, but I think there's still a couple more touch-ups and coats and stuff I have to do, and sanding. But right now I'm on my way to a hardware store to see if I can't find a mixing attachment for the drill so I can mix up the mortar for the shower, because my grandma got the powdered kind. I don't know if there's pre-mixed kind or not, but I need a paddle to mix it. So we're gonna stop at this store first, see if they have any, and then if not, I'll probably call some places and see if they have any. And if not, I guess we're gonna run to Home Depot, which is about 20 minutes from where I'm at, if I go to the closer one. I would be on the big camera, but I left it at the house, and I had the GoPro in my pocket, so we're going to be recording on the GoPro at the moment, but that's fine. But we are here, so let's go see if they don't have what we need, or do have what we need. Alright, so I'm thinking on if it's worth trying to look around and see if I can find a like orbital sander or a DA or a surf prep sander. But I think the surf prep sander is still in my grandma's car because she said she had one. And I have like an old air compressed sander, but I don't think I have any pads for it. So I might just have to rock the sanding block, which is fine. It's just, it starts to wear on my shoulders and arms and stuff a little more because, you know, I'm sitting there doing this a bunch, and the concrete board isn't necessarily the easiest thing in the world to sand, obviously, because it's a little harder. It's more gritty and has more of a grainy finish, you know, because it's sand and cement or concrete or whatever. Basically the same thing as cement, it just doesn't have gravel in it, but it has the other two things cement has. At the moment, I'm not seeing anything down here. I could look in the garage, but I'm thinking that we're just going to use the sanding block because I need to get stuff done. And I don't need to waste more time in the day looking around for stuff because I already wasted half of it sleeping till 10:30 because my sleep schedule is screwed and I gotta flip it back around somehow so I can start waking up back at like 4:30 in the morning so I can be to work by 5. But that's gonna be really hard for me to do because I've never been very good at doing that. It literally took like probably a week or two of my grandma, like I told her she didn't have to do this, but she did. It took like probably a week or two, if not more, of her making sure I got up for me to actually get up. And I know that I should be able to do it on my own, but I struggle a lot with that because I never really... Sorry for the camera angle, I was putting on my glove. I never really had to get up early because I was homeschooled a lot in my life. But basically, I need to make sure that I can get all of this as smooth as possible so there's no high spots. Alright, so my grandma actually ended up getting back a little bit ago. And I grabbed her surf prep sander. So she did some skim coating over the, well, you guys can't see it all that well because I have the light unplugged because I needed it unplugged, but basically she did a skim coating over this to smooth that out because it was still a belly. And then same thing on this wall right here. And then over here I went over and sanded a lot of this down, but now I'm not quite sure if I need to do some more sanding or some more skim coats, but I got it pretty smooth. It still needs probably some, but it's not the end of the world. I used this. Or turn it off. But yeah, I used that on the wall and it actually seemed to work pretty good. So I'm sure I'll end up vacuuming here in a little bit. And probably just honestly let this stuff dry. And maybe call around or watch some videos to see about the mortar and if it needs to be skim coated some more or sanded more or what. So then I know what to do there because I've never done this before, obviously, and I'm kind of struggling to know, you know, how I need, like, what needs to be what as far as, like, how smooth the surface needs to be, or, you know, how much I need to make everything perfect so there's no indentations or anything in the cement board, because there are areas they could definitely be better, like nicks and chips and just uneven spots that are low or whatever. So I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna try and do some research on that and maybe play some COD for a little bit. And I'm honestly probably just gonna combine yesterday and today into one video, so then hopefully we can get some good content. I should have honestly probably been wearing the GoPro chest mount for when I was sanding the cement board with the surface prep sander, but you guys probably don't want to watch that stuff anyways. It's kind of boring. So in the meantime, we're gonna let that dry, probably do a little research on some things and play a little bit of COD. So yeah, catch y'all in a bit. Okay, let's check this wall again. See, I don't know if that's, I don't know how well you guys can see that. I don't know if that's a low spot in the wall that I'm feeling, or if that's the edges being higher. But we'll just, I think, continue sanding a little bit. Just like this, probably. That's getting pretty smooth. So I'm thinking that we're probably just gonna touch up some areas. Alright, so we got our mixer attachment. Now we're at Culver's getting Grandma some ice cream, and I may get myself some too. We'll see. But when we get back, depending on if I get ice cream or not, I'm either gonna eat the ice cream if I get some first, or if I don't get any, then what we'll probably do is fill the bucket with some water. We just gotta figure, and then pour some of that thin set mortar in, and mix it up with the drill until we get like, I don't know if you'd want like a peanut butter consistency, so it's like still kind of thick. And I think you only have like 20 minutes, but I think it depends on the kind that you get to do it, so we'll have to act quick and get that all laid down. But once that's dry, then I'll probably put the aqua defense on, let that dry a little bit, and put another coat or two on top of it, and then we'll be ready to tile. So, and then I'll probably finish touching up the mud on the dry, the drywall with the mudding and everything, getting that nice and perfect. I might even tear the toilet out just to make it a little easier in case I'm missing any sections. But I think we're making some pretty good progress, and I think this bathroom can be basically done within the next week or two, probably. Because really, after I get the mudding and the cement, or in the the shower done with the tile and the aqua defense and everything. Basically, after I get the mortar and the aqua defense on, which the aqua defense is just a waterproof coating that goes over the concrete board to make sure that the water can't get through the concrete board and then come through the concrete board, soak into the wood, and start causing future problems. So basically, I got all the taping done. So when I get back, I just got to put the mortar in, and then aqua defense, and then we're good to tile once that's all dry. Then I just got to finish the mudding on the drywall, and take the toilet out, do the flooring, get the faucet knob and spout on the shower bathtub combo thing, put the toilet back in, get the vanity in, and then when we get our countertop and sink back, because they messed up our countertop, we gave them the dimensions, we gave them we told them what we wanted. We gave them the size that we, you know, the dimensions of the vanity, so then and how much overhang we wanted and everything. And we gave them the faucet and the drain for the sink. We gave them the sink, everything, and they still screwed it up. They cut the vanity way too big. So there's like 5 inches of overhang off the front of the vanity and about 1.5 inches on either side, and we wanted, I think, about 1.5 inches all the way around. And then we also gave them the drain for the sink and all that, and the drain wouldn't fit right. It wouldn't go all the way down into the sink, so basically the sink would pull up with water because it wasn't able to get down far enough to get into the drain, and it would leak all over the granite countertop. So we had to get that back to them. Hopefully they will make it right, whether that's cutting a completely new piece of granite or somehow being able to fix this current piece. And then basically I just gotta do, after we get the tile in, I gotta do the like metal trim stuff around it, get the sink in, set the granite in the sink, and put the outlet cover and switch covers on, paint, you know, all that good stuff. I do have to finish the drywall around the door, but I'm waiting to do that because I don't feel like doing it at the moment. Not gonna lie. So I'll probably do that after I do the shower and get the rest of the room sorted with, you know, looking all nice with mud and everything. I'll probably worry about that before I do anything else, like the flooring and the painting and all the finishing touches, you know. But yeah, currently we're getting some ice cream, and we're gonna mob back to the crib.
Hello, 1001.
Culver's is always so busy, but Culver's slaps. I gotta do a weird camera angle for a minute here because I'm trying to get sorted. Sorry about the weird camera angles, but anyways, we got the ice cream and we're gonna head back to the crib, scrump down on some of this, and then get back to her because we got a lot of work to do. This has been a project that I've been working on for probably the last 2 months. I think I started it towards the end of October or the beginning of November. So we have been working at this for about 2 months now, and there's definitely been some learning curves because I don't know how to do everything. I know how to do a little bit of plumbing. Well, I know how to do a lot more plumbing because I did all the plumbing for the shower, new plumbing for the sink, new plumbing for the toilet. I know how to do some electrical, and I know how to do, like, I know a rough idea on how to hang drywall and stuff. Now, I'm not perfect at it, but I can cut it and I can put it on the wall. I mean, obviously this time around, I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do great because there were some areas where I was struggling, some areas that I did better in. So it's just kind of one of those things where it takes practice. And I've also never really done any mudding until now, but we're fixing all of that by doing it. And I'm hoping that the more and more I do it, obviously, the better I'll get. Okay, so I know the lighting might be like really bad because it's just one bulb. I need to put some LEDs in here. But I want to show you the progress on the bathroom. So obviously I still need to, I should have recorded some, but maybe I'll record me doing the skim coats over everything. But I still need to touch up some of the drywall. This is pretty good, pretty smooth. There's a little bit, I think, of something right here where it kind of like dips down right about there. Maybe I'll record doing this too, but so far this is feeling pretty flat. It just needs to be sanded. But I mixed up some mortar, a little too much mortar, but I mixed some up And I did the entire shower from top to bottom. So I did down there, I did the entire base of the bathtub. I did over there. Did up, which there still needs to probably be some like right there in that area. And then I did around the shower head, around the diverter valve, around the bathtub spout. I did the corners, which those definitely probably need some more, especially up there in the top corners. But yeah, I'm just kind of letting it dry at the moment, and just been kind of touching up some areas, you know, like right there. Just trying to make sure that I get good coverage and get everything nice and smooth best I can. I'm cleaning up any cement mess when there is some cement mess. I'm trying to smooth out stuff as best as possible. It's kind of hard, if I'm being honest, to make sure, because this stuff, at least in that corner, because of how it is, but I'm just basically trying to smooth out all of these spots. Best I can. Like right there, I can see there's a hump, so that's going to need a skim coat. But I'll probably wait on that just because of how wet this is still. Go over it after, but basically, I think y'all get the idea. I just need to go over, make sure I got everything. Because I had so much, I started going over where the screws were. And just some miscellaneous spots where holes and stuff are and whatnot, but yeah, we are getting closer and closer to being able to paint. I just have to finish literally taking those nail boards off, drywalling that, mudding it, finish mudding the walls, getting those nice and mint, and then finish this area, making sure I got all of it as flat and as smooth as possible. And caulking around the window, and possibly even caulking around the bottom, even though I already have that kind of filled in with mortar, and probably along the top too. But yeah, we're getting real close. It's been doing donuts on the floor. Let's see if it'll do it again. Not really. But yeah, it's not the prettiest. Don't judge, okay? It's my first time. And to be fair, okay, some of this stuff was not flush. So I had to deal with that. But we're getting her done. Yeah, that's that. So I think we're gonna let that dry for a while and probably get probably eat in a little bit when my food is done. and maybe play some video games. Right, so I know you guys can't see me. I would have some sort of light in here typically, but it seems that my light stopped working. I turned it on and it turned off immediately. But I think we're gonna check out the progress in the bathroom with the concrete or the mortar. It seems to be pretty dry. I might show you guys what I did downstairs too, because I used some of the mortar to kind of make a slope, because there was like a ledge in my grandma's shower in the basement that's like kind of a shower but not really. Like there's a shower there but there's no surround, so I made like a slope so that it's not just a drop. And then I filled some of the cracks in her basement. But I'm thinking the best course of action today is just to probably honestly sand a lot of this down. And if needed, make a little bit more, not nearly as much as I made last time. And do skim coats. Same thing on the drywall. But we'll see what happens. Also, it seems to be that my grandma's bench out there, you guys can't see it for crap. My grandma's bench out there tipped over. So I might have to go pick that up very carefully because it's really old and it's starting to break. I might see if I can't fix it. But yeah, this is what this corner turned out like. I definitely think it can be filled a little more, but it's definitely getting smoother, which is nice. It's still a little wet apparently, because I just, at least right there and right there, that's not dry. So we'll probably have to let that dry for a little longer or take some off, but we'll see. I left the big camera upstairs, but I have the GoPro with me. So, that's what I did down here. Basically, I filled these cracks with the set mortar, which the rest of it's just in this box. And then this is what I did. So this used to be a ledge, and then I just made a slope. And it's kind of uneven. It goes a little farther out over here and is a little bit higher for longer. And over here it's a little bit more, dipped in the middle, and it doesn't come out as far. But to be fair, I've never done anything like this. And I did it with a 4-inch mud knife. And it seems to be pretty dry. Might still have a little to go yet, but not too bad. Not too bad at all.